I'm taking us down. Good morning, afternoon, or everybody, depending on where you're joining us from. Welcome to Itchy Painty, the miniature painting program by Resident Evil Fans 4, Resident Evil fan. Joining me today is the Resident Evil fan, James, aka Painty, aka the Resident Evil fan joining me today. James, how you doing, friend?
Hello, everybody. I join almost every week.
It's almost every week. Not this one, though.
Yeah, welcome, everybody.
So we're painting Boulder Daddies today.
Boulder Daddies.
I mean, look at him. That's just a fellow. He is proud. He is proud of his boulder. He's just taking it for a walk. He's hefty. We've also got these axe wielding executioner dwarves. These are dwarves. Don't call them that. That's the name of the stream. Duergar, you dare call them dwarves. They get really upset about it. They get really upset about it. Don't you dare?
Yeah.
Don't you dare call them that.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
It would take you down.
James and I are taking very different approaches on the minis here. He is going with a relatively light base tone for starting. We are doing batch painting, which means that by the end of the stream we will have most of these minis all here pretty much base coated. At the very least, blocked out with their colors. If not, James, I will definitely have most of these 10 minis all set up.
Well, I'll just do what I normally do, which is do like a quarter of them on the stream and then do the rest off the stream.
Really, it's like we've said before. The more you do it, the faster you get. The easier it is to get like solid quality. You'll find your baseline level improves the more you do it. That's not an appropriate response to that moment.
No,
that was like
that's gonna be one that's gonna happen a lot today.
Oh boy,
because my brain isn't working real good.
Well, James, you just sit there and look pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I can only see my fingers.
Well, I mean, they are pretty fingers. I've been avoiding saying it for a long time, but it's finally time.
My fingers are pretty. No one's ever told me that.
I don't think that's weird to say.
Yeah, I remember in college somebody said my hands were nice, and I was immediately I was immediately put off. I was
Turned
like,
off?
why are you
commenting on my hands?
Yeah. What is this? And where's the camera? In fact, that's just my everyday life, to be honest. If somebody pays me a compliment, I'm like, where's the camera?
Who's fucking with me right now?
Yeah, what's going on?
Who's paying you?
I suggested these guys, and it was because partly quite selfishly, I've always wanted a Duergar army.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes.
If I had my way, we'd be painting more anime. We'd be painting more anime minis.
All right. Yeah.
I'm like super addicted to doing them right now.
You do good work with them.
I do good work with everything I do, James.
Okay. You need to leave room,
A friend of mine asked me, one of my Final Fantasy friends asked me, do you really have to be right all the time? And I was like, well, if people would just stop being wrong, it wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, no. I'm getting fucking triggers.
No, you're not, James. That's totally fine.
Wow. And gaslighting. This is a full...
It's a full frontal assault today.
It is. Okay.
It's okay, though. It's all in your head.
Fucking hell. I hate that.
I know. I'm only
there is so much in my head right now, but nothing works.
What was the word? What was the one I used earlier? Goobergunk?
Goobergunk, yeah.
Yeah, that's what James has today is Goobergunk.
My head is full of gunk, and I am a goober.
It's true. James is the goober, if you ask me.
Like King Goober?
King Goober, yeah. Not to be confused with King Koopa. As we all know, that was Dennis Hopper.
We like to forget, as a community.
I'm looking forward to the film club episode where we have to watch the Mario Brothers, and we go back and watch it, and we're like, this isn't that bad. This is actually pretty.
It's actually,
It's a
yeah, this is.
it's a tour de force.
You know what? If this came out now, this would be great.
This would be such a wonderfully like kitschy indie film. People would love it.
Love it.
We might not get people who come and stumble on us watching. I don't know how to qualify our stream on YouTube well enough.
Sorry, we're just starting, so
Yeah.
if we just relax and be ourselves. I know that's very difficult.
I mean, it's hard for me to just act genuinely, which is why
Just be a genuine person.
This is all an act.
But yeah, it's honestly, like, YouTube is for streaming is pretty good right now. It just need this discoverability thing to work.
Yeah, so as we can see, I'm getting my first layer of this dark paint. It doesn't look as dark. Actually, it looks pretty close to what James is doing. I promise that my initial attempt will be very dark in comparison to whatever James is pulling out, because I'm about to wash this back down, and once this initial coat dries, we'll go in with the second coat. We'll clean this up. It'll be fine.
It'll be fire.
It will be. I'm actually going to give him glowing eyes.
Oh, interesting.
Glowing fire eyes.
My for these executioners, I think my focal point, even though like the axe is quite, I think my focal point is actually going to be their hair.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna make the hair all like a white like a white color, grayish.
Same.
As like a nice contrast.
Yeah.
Even
though typically Duergar have black hair.
Well, mine are based off of Dark Iron Dwarfs from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, they can have white hair too, but
you can have white hair too.
I did when I was a child.
You will again when you hit like 40 because you're British.
Because I'm British? I don't. Is that what we're doing now? We're just adding because I'm British to everything?
No, it's the first time I've done it today, and it's not inaccurate. The British age poorly.
No, we don't.
Have you seen what Hugh Grant looks like? The man is in his 60s.
Yep, the man is in his 60s. You seen Daniel Craig?
I mean, the man is also in his 60s.
That guy's aged well.
That man is in his 30s. I think he's officially been Bond for the most Bond films at this point, right?
He's the one who has bonded the most Bonds, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Bond films.
I don't either. It's kind of
it's dick strokey, right?
It's super dick strokey. It's like it's dick strokey on the level of like Alien Covenant was for Michael Fassbender.
Right.
Between that movie and the other one he did around that time, which was the Assassin's Creed film.
Oh boy, I forgot about that one.
Both of which featured Michael Fassbender acting opposite himself.
Yeah.
I coined the phrase Michael Fasterbating.
Yes. I mean, every film he's in, I love his performances.
Right.
It's just a shame the films aren't great.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty bad movies.
Yeah.
You know what else is a bad movie?
What's that?
Mario.
Wait. The new one?
Yeah.
It hasn't come out yet, has it?
I mean, it's going to be. Like it has to be, right?
Hey, you can't shoot its legs before it's had its time to run.
Sure. But have you perhaps considered doing that?
No, I will never do that.
Not even for a bad movie, huh? allegedly bad
we
movie.
we don't know if it's going to be a bad movie.
I mean,
I will watch it, and then now I have an opinion that I will draw. But
look at
yeah,
this
I don't
guy.
need
This guy
to.
drawing opinions based on empirical fact.
That's what I do.
Sean Connery
Sean
is
Connery
longest.
is
Daniel Craig is 54 yet, not 60, but still. Still
really.
comes per Burger's point, yeah.
Well, yeah. So I really don't like Bond.
Hi, Netro. Welcome to the chat.
Welcome, Netro. Netro's been my lifeline in Cyberpunk recently.
Has he? I know you've been playing a lot. You've been putting a lot of time into the Cyberpunks.
Yeah, we've it's because I can fucking play it now. Yeah, we're both trying to 100% the game, and we're just basically helping each other out. And we're almost there. I do think I'm going to have to do the same thing you're doing, Netro, in starting another character to just do one achievement, which is really silly.
What achievement?
It's you need something called Second Heart, and you need to like take revenge on the person that killed you after you come back to the living. It's really silly.
Oh.
Which is really is weird because there are literal perks that do the same thing as that, so they could have just added it to those perks. But hey ho!
But no, you need the actual like. I imagine it's named something clever, like electroshock therapy or something.
Probably.
Back from the grave? Question mark. What do they call that? What do they call that ability in Call of Duty when you kill somebody with a grenade after you die?
Oh, I don't know.
From the grave, I think is what it. No, it's not that.
I don't play that game.
I don't play Call of Duty either. Did watch. It's funny. I was watching the guy does a retrospective on Call of Duty games, which I watched part of because the Dark Souls Elden Ring video he did was over. He did all 3 Dark Souls games, and then did all of the Inheritors in another game, which is fascinating.
So our points are not in the right state. Yeah, we both like playing these fucking. We are OP as fuck. Honestly,
I mean, it's easy to get busted in that game. Like, not to diminish your accomplishment. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I didn't mean to make it sound that way,
wow,
but like, breaking Cyberpunk is not challenging.
Well, it's like the thing is that it's quite rewarding because when you start off, and it's kind of like playing a wizard in D&D.
Right.
When you start off in that game and you want to go net runny, it's pretty difficult, especially if you're playing in the harder difficulties like we are. But once you start to really fill out your tree,
yeah, you get real busted real fast.
Like I can just one shot everything, and it's just with the click of the button. It's very fun. It's very fun to.
I barely have to engage anything because I just be like, I'm gonna hack and spread this hack to everybody.
Oh yeah, Contagion.
Yeah, Contagion.
That's what we started with, and then we noticed that when you get the net, there's like a netrunner. Whatchamacallit? There's a netrunner cyber deck that basically spreads as well, and we were like, oh, then we'll just use short circuit because short circuit does like fucking
much
15 to 30k damage, and it was. It's like night and day. It's very fun. I just had like a frustrating time. Do you remember the gun called Skippy?
Where do you get it?
It's the gun where basically it asks you whether you want to shoot the limbs or you want a headshot.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, man, I had to actually play a gun run on my netrunner, and that was fucking hard. Because I had to basically kill 50 people to do this quest, and it was I was dying all over the place because I'm a net runner, so
yeah, you're not shooting people.
I'm pretty squishy.
Did you tell it you wanted to shoot limbs and that's why it took you so long?
Yeah, exactly. Because after 50 people that you kill it that it kills, it then switches permanently to the other one.
Oh, because yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So you
but then you like fucking it's pretty broken. but then you have to give it, because it's a quest, you have to give it to its owner, Regina Jones. So you can't even use it. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to do the quest.
Part of the quest, yeah.
Oh, why is the chat not loaded up? Oh, there we go. Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
How's the con?
Sherry's at a con.
Coventry Con, I think.
That's fun. And we're going to... Fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast. We're running into not any game breaking stuff, but still weird bugs with the game.
I mean, there's a lot of weird bugs in the game. There's going to be a lot of weird bugs in the game.
Yeah, with it being a massive, like, epic sprawling adventure.
It's so big.
Yeah.
It'll get more and more. It's like it'll get more and more playable as it goes on. It's actually much more playable now than it was. I actually never finished my initial run because there was a quest that was bugged, and I just refused to, like, start over to fix it.
Oh yeah, fair.
It's fixed now, so I could probably go back and do it. And I'm right at the end of the game. I did I have just the last story quest to do, but I think there's a few side quests that I have to finish first so that I can get the good ending.
Okay.
Where Johnny takes over your body and, like, storms the tower by himself.
I haven't completed the game.
Oh, well.
Not yet.
I mean, my bad.
Oh, I love how this looks. But yeah, I'm excited to get it. I know there's several endings.
Yeah, there are a bunch.
Bad, I didn't do very well. I wasn't going to make my table back. Luckily, I did. Oh, at least that's something.
Yeah, making your table back is at least the win, right? At least you're getting your name out there. If it leads to a future commission from somebody who saw you, there you go.
How was what was the pop like, the population of the place?
Take me away to that special place. Sorry, everybody. I'm just
Ivan?
yeah, getting in here. It drops it. Fucking really? Why didn't somebody tell me it was out of focus? There it is. Yeah, cons are going to be kind of bad for a while. Unless you have, like, very strict procedures that are very clear. Which I know that you, as a result of the Tory government, like, messaging from the government in the UK is not the best right now, as I understand it.
No. In fact, recently I have a story that's going to make people's blood boil because it made my blood boil. So my sister got COVID the same time I did, and she's had it before, which means she had a little bit of more of a resistance to it. The same strain anyway. And however, she was told to still go into work, even though she had COVID. And not only that, but she was told to cover. And she still had, like, the sniffles. She's got the same thing I have where I can only smell nicotine. And she's the same. Yeah, so because right now, the government doesn't give a crap. If you have COVID, you come in. Or it's down to the businesses'
yeah,
policies. Like,
it's that Tory government for y'all. It's funny. I just don't know how y'all keep electing cartoon characters.
We don't elect them, dude. We haven't
Oh.
elected anyone, properly for 13 years.
Wait, what? How does that work?
Wait, no. When did David Cameron come in? Was it 2014? It was like 8 years. No, man, we've had like 5 prime ministers now, and each one of these prime ministers hasn't been voted in by us. They've been drafted in by the Houses of Parliament.
Huh. How does that legally work?
And then when general elections come along, they say promises that they never keep. And because boomers are stupid as fuck, yeah. We haven't actually elected a prime minister in for a long time.
Huh.
We've just kept the same one that the Tories have elected themselves. Yeah.
It doesn't sound at all crooked.
No. It's fucked up, is what it is. Are these from the same game? Yes, Netro, they're from Bardsung.
Yeah.
The Bardsung, honestly, I know it's probably pretty hard to get it, but if you're like a starting DM for like Pathfinder or like D&D or like any other tabletop RPG that has fantasy elements, the Bardsung board game has some amazing minis for it.
They're okay. They're pretty cool.
Has a really wide, like the minis are, they can be a little bit frustrating to paint sometimes, but the minis themselves, like the variety you get.
There's quite a few of them. It's good for a starter D&D set. Like it's got your kobolds, your goblins,
got your bandits.
Got bandits in it. Goblins or bandits. I mean, that's my issue. Is like most of the enemies are either goblins or kobolds.
Mm.
There's not many human enemies or robots. So if you're doing if you're doing an Eberron campaign, you're good to go.
Mm.
It's kind of weird having played the campaign for Gloomhaven. You can really kind of see the influence that Gloomhaven's like quasi steampunk setting had on the production of Bardsung and the world that it's in. Yeah, it's very similar technologically. Technology. Yeah.
Yeah. Technology.
You get it.
Where are your hands, sir? Okay, they're there.
And as you can see, we go through, we get a little bit faster. We remember, we see where the skin is. We can get in there quickly. And, not touch it with our fingers as we're bracing the mini. So what happens when you only have like 2 handles and they're already both in use?
Oh. Stay there. Yeah, I just said to myself today, Berger, I said, because I've been basically laugh crying for the past few days because of what's been happening with UK politics.
Yeah.
And like I said to myself at the beginning of this stream, I'm not going to talk about UK politics today, because if I do...
I brought it up. That's because it's a fucking joke right now.
It really fucking is. And then people keep coming on like, you have Good Morning America. Like, we have like kind of this very similar thing over here, and we've had it for years. And like people keep coming.
Good Day UK.
Oh, it's similar thing. It's got like called Good Morning or whatever. There's several different types, but like politicians, Tories are like coming on and they're trying to defend all these decisions that are being made, and even the Tory very conservative backed like programs like this are like, yo, what
the fuck is happening?
Like our pound just absolutely went through the floor. You know, it's like we're spending for some reason we're spending 20 million on a fucking yacht for the royal family to go to the US when we're in a cost of living crisis. Why? Why are we doing
You
that?
have to do the royal tour. It's part of it. It's part of having a
No,
king.
nobody
You
cares.
have to. Required. God.
It's so dumb.
You're dumb.
It's so dumb. You know, I hate it here.
It's okay. It's not any better here either. That helps you feel any better.
No, it does not. Because we are allies, supposedly.
Allegedly.
And then we've got whatever's happening in the fucking Ukraine as well. Though, honestly, I feel like the media is blowing it all out of proportion.
Yeah. I mean, it's just making headlines.
Yeah, I don't, like, honestly, I don't think Russia are going to press the big end button, you know? It's not going to happen.
Yeah. They're, it's funny because, like, there's that story of the man who saved the world because, like, there was a time in the 80s where, somebody received orders to launch a nuclear missile, and like the captain on the boat just refused to do it. And at this point,
Yes.
I can't imagine that he has enough support
Mm.
that people would willingly commit an atrocity like that, because like that would just evoke everybody.
Nukes are literally deterrents. They're not meant to be used aggressively. Like, they're a deterrent. It's like, yeah, so silly.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man, yeah. I missed his hands on the others too. Nuts.
Is that on the one where he's holding the axe or the one where he's holding the rock?
Holding the axe.
Yeah, that one's a hard one to see. The hands on both of these, where they hold the axe, where they hold the things, is kind of rough. It's like very hard, not distinct.
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
Just going back in here, reinforcing all my colors. Getting in here.
Did you hear about the Phasmophobia thing?
Yeah, it's wild. Sucks that we can't play that game anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there was
the
like a really half-assed apology by the dev, and there
yeah
was a really half-assed apology by
the guy.
the art dev, and then the guy that did it has just been banned from the server altogether.
Right.
Yeah, what a fucking mess.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, I say a lot of Phasmophobia's problems could be solved if they hire if it just was a bigger team.
Mm.
Like, if they had a community coordinator as opposed to just relying on Discord moderators to like handle that shit.
Mm. Can you explain that? So what happened is basically someone was being predatory and was also being incredibly racist in PMs. Sexually predatory, by the way, towards people, and was not taking no for an answer, basically. Was being very, very gaslighty and weird. So, and they were doing it with several people. So those people got together and they basically went to the dev and they said, listen, these things are happening. Here's the proof. And the dev just said, oh, this isn't actual proof. This sounds like just boys will be boys. This is the art dev, by the way, not the main dev, not the main creative director. So it blew up because, like, yeah, that's not, you know, they were basically like, well, if you want to take it more seriously, then go to the police. Don't come to us. You know, taking their responsibility, and then that got leaked onto Twitter, and
internet,
you know, I say leaked. You know, they gave them an out. That's why I don't. That's why I have literally zero sympathy here, because they gave them. They say, hey, here's all the things that are happening. Oh, we're not going to do anything about it.
All right, you really want like escalate it legally, and people are like, okay.
I will.
Thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened. And then they made CJ, the art director, who was who was initially contacted, said basically they apologized for everything, but then they did like a paragraph at the end saying, but everything I said was taken out of context. So then the person who initially leaked all this or made it go viral said, actually, no, and then posted a video of the entire conversation. None of it was taken out of context. The guy was just being a little bit of a tosser.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what happened, basically. By the way, Giz, can you see the hand on the second axe, the one that's not pointed out?
Yeah, it's just on the inside mostly, but it does look like melted slightly. I'm doing my best on it. I think it'll come out better once you once you get other colors blocked in.
Okay. Hey Shoji.
Hey
We got
Joe.
bits and pieces for the past couple of days. Yeah, so that's basically it. The main dev made a Discord post about it. And that was a decent apology. It was a fair apology. They apologized on behalf of CJ as well. They said that the guy that had basically done all this stuff has been removed. They've also unbanned, because while this is happening, by the way, anyone that spoke up about it in the Discord was being banned. And every single one of those people has been unbanned. No.
But damage has been done in that regard.
And that's where we are. Basically.
Yeah, it was kind of fucky, but you know.
It is a good word. It is very fucky. You're welcome, Shoji.
Hey, Joe. Make a look here. Bam, 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 bam.
Pam Pam Param?
No.
No?
No, it's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song.
Oh, shit. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's okay. So I remember hearing Pam Param in The Witcher 3. And then, like, telling somebody about it, and, like, there's no way it happens. Like, no, watch. And then we played The Witcher 3 for, like, 2 hours trying to get one of the dwarves in Oxenfurt to say it again.
Pam Pam Param.
Just couldn't get him to do it. But it happens in The Witcher 3. You can Google that.
You do. How's it going? Where we going? We've covered a whole slew of subjects today.
Yeah, you missed out on the politics section. I'm sorry. I know that it's a subject you're passionate about.
Yeah.
But no, you missed out on that.
And you just came in at the tail end of the phasmophobia. Me explaining the phasmophobia thing to Netro. Because Netro's only heard like bits and pieces. And we're painting these Duergar today.
Yeah, we're doing some dark orcs. James is not going to correct me. He's tired of my shenanigans already.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Ha! It's funny. Yeah, you keep coming back.
Yeah.
That's
me.
Textbook Stockholm syndrome.
Well, all of the everything just really is coming out today. The gaslighting, Stockholm syndrome.
It's the Mental Health Awareness Day on FAST.
I'm just waiting for the gatekeeping though. I'm pretty sure that's happened several times.
Listen, if you don't like Pathfinder, you're not a real D&D fan. Does that get anybody bingo?
No, I was expecting that you play D&D.
Oh. No,
you play D&D. Why do you play D&D?
I play Pathfinder. Like, I play a real thinking person's game.
How about you come over here? We're all huggers here. Come over here. We're all huggers. Yep, we hug here. Hug me. Hug me. We're all huggers.
Oh,
Sorry, is that too real for a local game shop?
we should get to the food portion of the stream and their names. Whose name? Mine? Yours?
No. Shoji's trying to start a fight.
Why is Shoji trying to start a fight?
Because that's what Shoji does.
Damn.
They tried to do it in the Valkyrie Discord a few days ago.
Choji, starting fights on other Discord servers?
You're crazy, man.
Damn, Cho. What a wild...
You keep choosing British Discords and then going there and saying some wild shit.
Like what? What did he do?
I'm not gonna say it because it will start some shit.
Is it the chicken burger thing again?
And more.
Damn. Choji fighting a good fight. What a hero. What a goddamn American icon.
We should get to the food. Shoji, you first. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. You son of a bitch. You know exactly what we're talking about.
So James,
you tagged me.
James is just full of shit right now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll get the screen. I got the fucking receipt, bitch. I'll get them.
I mean, not if Choji goes to the Discord while you're streaming, otherwise engaged, unable to stop him from going over to delete the things that he ought not to do.
Oh, but then I can make my own story up. Because then who was I replying to, huh?
I mean, could be
who
anything.
would I, a self-respecting member of the community, who would I like want to frame like that?
Choji, apparently.
Yeah. Why would I do that?
Spite?
I am not a spiteful person. You take that back.
You're British.
I don't. You said that twice. It doesn't. You can't just keep saying you're British.
Can't I?
No, that's not. Or else I'll start talking. No, I'm not going to go that far. See, I'm not mean. You see, I can't. I have a literal like. I have like a the fucking limiter vest in Dragon Ball.
You have a limiter
That's
vest
me.
on?
All the time.
What's the limiter vest do, James?
It limits my actual final power.
Oh shit, really? Who wears it?
Or rather, actually, it doesn't limit my final power. It limits my current power level. It could go even further beyond.
Who wears it?
Oh, so many people wear it. Like
Piccolo
wears it. Goku wears it.
Are you just talking about like the fact that they wear weighted clothing?
Yeah, they wear like their fucking shoulder pads. They're weighty.
Yeah,
shit.
it's not. Oh, it's just weighted clothing. It just means
It's
they have to.
It's a limiter. It's as soon as they take it off, it
makes them faster, and that's how it makes them faster, and that's why the thing reassesses.
Yeah, it increases their power.
Yeah, mathematically, but it doesn't actually like make them any stronger. It just makes them faster.
I don't know.
So like I don't punch harder, right? But I punch faster, which means that I can punch more times. Ergo.
No, you will punch harder if you don't have a weight on you. You will punch harder.
James, you ignorant slut.
That's the whole point of it.
It's to slow you down. So you have to work harder to move fast.
Yeah, so it's exactly, yeah. I mean, we're arguing about the same. It's speed and power and finesse and everything. Everything goes up.
So just come around to my way of thinking about it, and we can move on.
Oh, is this the gatekeepy section?
This is in fact the gatekeepy section.
Oh, I wasn't.
We have to make sure everybody gets their bingo options.
I was a witness, by the way. You're a witness to the food. I don't know, riot of Valkyrie, the Valkyrie Discord.
I mean, if y'all just stop being wrong about chicken burgers.
It was so bad. It was so bad because this is what we do, right? As British people, it was so bad that we just started arguing amongst ourselves as well. Because the worst thing you can do when you go into a British Discord or like a British group of community in any, is just post a picture of a bread roll and say, "What's this called?" Someone even tried to argue with me about whether you put on the cream or the jam first on a scone, and I was like,
It's
I'm
jam,
going
right?
back. I'm going back to Night City. I don't care.
It's jam. It's the jam you put on first, correct?
I put on the cream first.
Fucking what?
Wait, what's? I don't understand.
I can't with you right now.
I mean, I don't give a shit. Like you put on your jam first. You can put on your jam first. I don't see how it has any bearing on the taste.
I don't know that we can be friends. I didn't realize that you were a jam first person.
No,
Oh, fuck,
I'm a
you're
cream,
a cream
first
first. My
person.
bad.
Yeah, god damn it. You
Damn,
wow.
not even get my
Your
own arguments.
True colors come out now. The food violence.
Fucking Choji, come in here starting fights.
just showed you turning up. Like Choji didn't even do anything. Like they just turned up.
Rolled in and was like, "Hey everybody, how's it going?"
You son of a bitch.
Fuck you. No, I support Choji.
Of course you do, because you're an American.
I support you too. I can support both things.
Yep.
You just said "yep" in the most dismissive way possible.
Yep.
How dare you?
How
dare you?
Considering how dismissive you've been for the past 10 minutes, one yep is all you're getting.
Dang. I'm sorry, James. Please don't.
I was talking. I think it's to my sister and their boyfriend, about the fact that it's regional. It's a regional thing, but also if I went to the US, and I went to where's Birmingham, in the US?
Alabama.
Went to Birmingham, Alabama. I'd call it Birmingham, because that's what you call it.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
But if you come to England and you call Birmingham.
Yeah, I would say Birmingham because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
like it's a different place.
Right. It's the exact that right there. Total sense to me.
Yeah.
Proper nouns for things, right? But if you go ahead and you change the literal fucking definition of something, and you say, "Oh, it's the same thing. It's just a burger. It's just a burger with chicken on it." It's like, no, it's a chicken sandwich.
No, that's also regional.
Oh my fucking god, it's not.
Well, 2 Discords would disagree with you.
Yeah, 2 British Discords.
Yeah. Because it's regional.
I rest my case.
It's regional.
I rest my case.
It's regional. You're gonna make me cough my guts out.
Yeah, that's what you get for being a butt face.
Like, you guys don't have anything that is like a biscuit over there.
We do have biscuits.
Really? No, you have US biscuits, but you don't have anything that's like a UK biscuit over there, really.
I don't even think the difference. I don't even know. What's the difference between a biscuit and a biscuit?
A biscuit over here is a twice-baked,
right?
sweet oaty bit.
Yeah.
No.
No,
that's not what it is. No. It's not what it is. Those are 2 different things.
It's a confection.
Now this ain't regional. This is personal.
This is me just being an asshole to James, and he knows that. This is a long-standing feud that we've had. Which
Oreos is about the closest thing you have, but they taste like paper.
Good cookie.
Yeah, if you put them in milk.
I mean, they're good anyway.
Mm. Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Are they though? Are they though? That's the question here. That Oreos, when you taste a
Yes.
when you taste a ginger nut biscuit, a double ginger nut biscuit,
Right.
like, and you come to me and you say, "Oh yeah, Oreos taste of something."
I mean,
Like,
I don't like gingerbread, so
okay, different thing. Custard cream.
I don't like custard either.
Motherfucker, it's goddamn you're gonna like a custard cream. It doesn't taste like custard. It's just a sweet, sugary inside.
Why is it called custard then, James?
Because it might have the same. Unless you're like allergic to custard, are you?
I'm deeply allergic to custard.
For
if you
like
take eggs, sugar, and milk, and you take them out, like separate them, totally fine. The second you combine egg, sugar, and milk into a thing, can't eat it.
Okay. Let's think of something else. Okay. A double chocolate, dark chocolate digestive. Right? I know the name.
I don't want something
dumb.
that somebody has already eaten. I don't want something that's already
digested.
digested.
The name sounds dumb because the name is dumb. But if you get a double dark chocolate digestive, right, and you eat that, and you still like are like, oh yeah, Oreos are fucking. That's where it's fucking at, man.
I would never actually say that. Just as a heads up, I would never say it that way. I'd be like, it's a good cookie. They made this cookie. Jay did insult Oreos.
I didn't insult Oreos. I was just claiming a fact. That's all. It's my turn, bitches.
Damn. James,
I got James
all fired up today.
I'm gonna take this crown. It's mine.
Damn. Apparently. I guess that's the end of the subject then. That's the end of the topic.
I'd be very interested to see what the sales are like with Oreos, because we have Oreos here too.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you haven't, Oreos are nice. Like if you stick them in some milk, they're nice. But there's just so many better choices out there here. Like when it comes to Oreos, when it comes to biscuits, sorry, because they're very similar. Oreos are like a biscuit.
You're like a biscuit.
Bourbons are better than Oreos. Yes, they are. Bourbons are amazing. Bourbons are, it's a chocolate, twice baked biscuit. And in the middle, there's it's like a chocolate nougat.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Very, very nice.
I like tam tams. What do they call them?
They're called penguins over here, but yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, penguins are great. I like to bite the corners off and suck my coffee through them.
Delightful.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. Actually,
it's so good.
It
So good,
like
dude.
Super good.
It's so good. And if you have hot chocolate,
oh my god, it's even better.
It's like triple chocolate. Yeah, where I'm from, I know that there's a different name everywhere I go, but here that particular term and that particular method is called an orgasm. Rightfully so.
Oh, I had a funny talk. I have a funny political thing. It's
oh shit! Yeah, hit me.
Yeah. Well,
we
go
love
back
politics here.
Recently, Lizzo, a musician.
Oh yeah, I know Lizzo. She's on my speed dial.
Thank you, James. I appreciate your levity. It's important that they know that she's a normal person who has friends. So Lizzo went and played a 200-year-old crystal-made flute owned by a former president and founder. I think it was James Madison's. And apparently it turned her into the Pied Piper of racism.
What?
Yeah, people are like red caps are real mad, like big mad that a black woman played the president's flute. Like big triggered.
course they are.
Yeah, the Pied Piper of racism and online internet trolls.
Wow, people, man.
Yeah, they are the absolute worst. And it's funny because she it was like her playing it for the first person to play it in 200 years, and then playing it to swear in the very first woman who's ever been a Librarian of Congress, who's also like and also the first black person to ever be a Librarian of Congress. So like it was a beautiful moment that was ruined by internet racism.
Right. Lizzo is so nice. Like,
I've heard nothing but nice things. I heard, by all accounts, she is a delightful human.
this woman, like, because you hear a lot of people like who are just, they're just genuinely nice people, like, and just genuinely. But this woman, she made a mistake, and she had there was a lyric, like that was pretty demeaning towards people who have disabilities, like in one of her songs, and she didn't realize how much it hit people, right? She struck that song and just replaced it, and then re-released the song.
Oh yeah.
She's like, and I'm really sorry that I put that in. I didn't realize.
Right.
Like that, in my opinion, when people do that, that is integrity. Like that is what makes somebody a good person. Is when they learn from what they've done and they apologize for it and don't make a whole fucking like song and dance about it. She's a good person. So, yeah, Lizzo appreciation hour.
I also have had on good report that she is 100% that bitch. So just to top it out.
just to
throw that out there.
Did James just go evil Twitter and make opinions as facts? They're facts. Yeah, nothing but facts.
That's how democracy faltered.
It's not an opinion. It's a fact.
That's okay.
Remake 3 sucks. It's a fact.
Damn. Why do you even like video games then? No, I actually, it's funny because like I really enjoyed Remake 3 as like the homage to the classic Resident Evil that it was.
Oh, it's good. It's a good game.
So good.
Yeah, just in case someone thought I was being serious. I mean, I spent an entire 2 weeks arguing with people on the internet in defense of Remake 3.
Remake 3 is such a good game. It's funny because I've been saying for years that I like the game like I like RoboCop. And so I was talking to somebody recently, I think it was you. He was like, yeah, I finally understand why you make that reference now. It might have been Sai. But yeah, because like it's just about 2.5 hours of solid gory, fucking gross, actiony fun.
Yeah, which is what the original game was.
Yeah, which is like what Resident Evil, like video games should be fun.
Right.
Fuck.
And we were talking about Steve brought up because I think it was Sean in the Discord, in the Fast Discord. Go join.
Go join the Discord. Fast Discord. Fast play.
They were talking about DMC Devil May Cry, and DMC Devil May Cry has been the one and only Devil May Cry game I've played, and I had an absolute blast playing that game.
I heard it was good. It was the Ninja Theory one, right?
Yeah, and I put it as a I had so much fun that I put it as a playthrough on my YouTube channel, and it got brigaded. Like people were just downvoting it because they didn't even watch it. I could see because of the analytics.
Right.
People weren't even watching it; they were just downvoting it before even, and then they'll put like a silly comment. Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, my kind of stance on canceling something before it has legs has stemmed off from that moment. Because if you watch the videos, you can clearly see I'm having fun playing this game.
Right.
And that is all that should matter.
Well, yeah, because like there's this like entitlement on the internet that gamers that games have to be air quotes. I'm using air quotes. You can't see them, but I said them so that they're real now.
I can sense them. That's fine. I'm an expert quote sensor.
Game has to be like good in order to be enjoyable. I have the exact same feeling about like movies or media. Like I don't think a show has to be good, like technically proficient to be engaging. I can also have I don't know. I have the skill, maybe I guess is the word. Like, so I've as an example of something I really enjoyed that got a lot of hate was the Warcraft movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's such a fun film. It's so much fun.
It's a Warcraft movie.
It's Warcraft
Like-
movie. It's like you think of Warcraft, and you give me Warcraft movie, and that's exactly what it is. It hits all the names, it hits all the beats. Like it's got good action, romance.
I honestly saw no problem with that movie.
No, I thought it was
Like-
perfectly fine.
And it, like, you know, they were like, okay, we want to make a movie out of Warcraft, and we're going to be as close to the lore as possible, which they were, right? And we're going to make all the armor like outrageously big and silly.
They did exactly what they needed to do to make a Warcraft movie. Like,
yeah, and it was good.
like they showed dark. It's funny because they only showed dark elves, and they only showed like non-human characters very briefly because of the expensive CGI, and it was mostly just about the orcs because it was a Warcraft 1 movie, not a Warcraft 2 movie.
Yep. Good to see our boy Medivh.
Got to see Medivh. Got to see Khadgar.
Zoe, welcome.
What's up, Zoe? How you doing? Playa?
Zoe's had a day today.
James says you had COVID and had to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I shared your work experience earlier on, Zoe.
In front of these 2 people that are watching. 3 people now? 4 people. We have 4 people watching.
I don't look at the numbers. Numbers bad.
Numbers are bad.
Numbers confuse James.
Especially the big
very
ones.
Easy.
Especially the big ones.
Big number bad.
Big number bad. Cool.
Yeah, Zoe. Zoe's had a day today. She went out just to get bread rolls, and hot dogs. And the first shop she went to, the cashier didn't know how to use the cash, like the card machine they had. The second shop she went to, she was asked why she was there, and she said, "Do you have bread rolls? Do you have hot dogs rolls?" And then the cashier went, "English rolls? You want English rolls?" And so I guess, yeah. And they're next door.
There's
no such thing as an English roll, guys. It's like
English muffin, I think they might have been thinking of.
That's what I said. That's why I said to Zoe.
A Thomas's English muffin. It's got nooks and crannies. Damn, now I want toast.
Toasty. Yeah, it was a day.
Yeah, it was a day.
Welcome back, Zoe. All the while, Zoe was in her PJs.
Damn, Zoe went out in their PJs?
Yeah, Zoe don't give a shit.
Damn. We have that phenomenon in our... Man, I went to our old neighborhood to go to the bank yesterday. And there's a phenomenon in the area of town we used to live called Roxborough PJs. And that's where people, like, go out in their PJs.
All right. Zoe, you'd be right at home then.
Specifically said why I needed. And we saw some fantastic Roxborough PJs while we were out yesterday. Like full face makeup, but PJs.
I mean, it's comf, you know.
Well, yeah.
Ultimate comf. Like I love.
But they're also PJs. You should just keep that shit inside.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're PJs. Why? They're for Jimmy Jams. They're for sleeping.
No. Why? Give me a reason why.
Because they're often not very clean.
So
if you're not working, you don't leave your jammies. Oh, I get dressed to leave them. Maybe I just bougie that I get dressed and like presentable to go outside in public.
Listen, if I'm like
like James does.
I'm gonna defend my sister here. Like, if I'm going down to the shop, I'm not going down to the shop to impress anybody. I'm going down to the shop to get food and groceries, and then go back to my home. I'm not there to like be a pin, like a monument like of my community. I'm literally going down to get bog roll. You know, and
I don't know what bog roll is.
Tissue paper, right? But
toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But, I don't, there's no, I don't need to impress anybody. If I'm going out, I mean, I think it makes it even better because if I'm going out, and I plan to be like look good, and I plan to turn heads, like or be approachable, then I'm gonna look good. But I don't want to be approachable when I go down to a shop.
You know what, James? You've changed my opinion on this.
Oh, really? Shit,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I'm still not gonna not. I'm still not gonna go to the store wearing my PJs because it's fucking gross. But I
It's
appreciate your
not
perspective.
gross.
Yeah,
Not gross at all.
they're sleepy time clothing.
So you sleep in them?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So why are they gross?
because like you slept in them.
So is like sleeping? Is that like some kind
And
of? Is
they're
that
like so I guess I'm not delivering the full picture here. Roxborough PJs often don't smell very good.
okay? Well, what are they
People
made of?
well, people wearing them because they just like don't leave their PJs ever, so they like
Oh, that's all they do.
yeah, like they just get up and like you sleep in the it's
I mean, that's weird.
yeah, yeah.
That's weird. If all they wear is their PJs, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I told you it was fucking weird.
Like,
Like you get up, you go to run your errands, right? You're going to be out for a while. You're not just going to the store for the corner, right? You're getting up for the day. You got shit to do. Um yeah, and that's just the option they choose is just to stay in your PJs.
oh, that's another thing. I also don't sleep in my PJs.
You sleep buck naked?
Damn right.
Hell yeah, you do, man.
Yeah,
I get it.
I wear like I have comfy clothes. If I'm going around the house, I have comfy clothes on.
I do have also comfy
Um,
clothes.
yeah, that I just God, what was I doing with this? Oh yeah, I was going to go Caliban Green. There we go. I really get to wear mine so I make the most of the fields I make in it. Yeah, that's true. You're a hard-working person.
With a jorb. That's my other problem. If I don't get to wear my PJs. That's because I have a jorb.
I'm proud of Zoe this week because she stood her ground at work.
Did she? What happened? Tell me about it.
Zoe is one of the hardest working people I know, and is basically there's always a cornerstone at work of people that the work relies on to cover
Yeah.
people.
Mhm.
Zoe was one of those people, and Zoe said this week no more because she's getting taken the piss out of.
Good. Proud of you, Zoe.
Yeah. My jammies are always clean. Yeah, same.
Mine are
I
too.
have some Power Ranger ones that I wear, and they're parachute pants, and they're the best.
You're the best.
Yeah, I don't feel the best right now, but
Which doesn't change the fact that you are.
around. Oh, I'd sing, but I can't right now.
Right. Like, give me a couple days. Let me get my shit settled.
Yeah, it's always. Here's the thing. You don't mind me. Before I go any further, though. You don't mind me like explaining this stuff to you? I'm not going to say where you work and etc. But
Is it the same spot that's named like you name a strip club here?
yes.
It's funny. All right. I'm gonna work our way down. Next, we're gonna do the waist wrap. The waist wrap, I have thought to paint gray, to be seen as white. So we're gonna be starting with gray sear. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in my doodad. So now we see that all of our minis that we painted all have their metallic bits at least mostly dialed in, if not completely clean, but kind of blocked out. 12 hours with no break the other day. Yeah, retail fucking sucks. Never again. No, never again for me.
Zoe's brought into the workplace after a very stressful job, and she was told again recently. She was told that basically she'd only be doing 20 to 25 hours because she's dealing with stuff,
Right.
right? And they just ignored it. They said, "Yeah, sure, yeah, we'll do that." Nope, completely ignored it. Which is why I'm also proud of her for standing her ground in this regard. Because once it's like it's like giving a cat food, like a stray cat food. Like they're just going to keep taking.
Right. If you don't stop it, you don't put a stop to it.
Yeah.
There's never enough for fucking corporate greed.
Yeah, and they'll sugarcoat it with "we're a family."
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're not. I'm here to get money.
Fuck you, pay me.
Exactly.
So it transcends into like video games too. I was talking to a friend of mine recently who was like having a rough night with her boyfriend, and she's doing raid night, and like while her life is like having this fucking crisis moment, she's like tried to call out a raid night, and they were like, you have to find your own replacement for raid, and I was like, I speak up, I'm like, no, you find a replacement, because like all that's gonna happen is we're just gonna fucking party find her this last person anyway, so you don't put that on her. Let her go like fix her relationship.
Yeah,
Assholes.
like she's stressed enough as it is. Don't fucking put even more on her.
Like we all know that she's gonna just find somebody who doesn't want to be here. Like party finder. That's how you get somebody who actually wants to fucking show up.
Mm.
And know
People
what
have
to
such a
expect.
problem with like party finder and getting pugs though, don't they?
Not really. It's the way most people do content anymore. Because statics suck.
Right. It's like trying to set up a D&D game.
It basically is, yeah. It's seldom about it's less about the D&D game part of it, because people will show up, because it's a party of 8, so people generally show up. But the issue is like there's always like extra pressure to put on like the performative rate, like any other color that's not a blue. So if you're not playing like DPS, you're doing healing or tank, it's definitely the harder jobs, so they're harder to find healers and tanks.
Yeah.
And so there's like butthurt levels of like me. I if I'm not feeling, if it's a feeling too mercenary for me, I'll bail. Like I don't play games to get felt like I get treated like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
That's how.
And you're a tank, right?
I do play tank, yeah.
Say Fast and Furious, we ain't family. Yeah, I remember when I used to work at this coupon redemption place, and our department manager tried to pull that out, and I was having none of it.
I the first time somebody says, "Oh, we're like a family here," I'd be like, "Okay, well, here's all my drama." You said we're a family.
Yeah, we're a team, right?
Deal with my drama.
I
Oh,
tell you
what?
what, though,
Now you don't want to?
that job though was I had there was like a particular moment in my life where I was like 18, 19, and I was having to pay for quite a lot of bills that were going into the house that we were in, and I couldn't afford that month. And I said to not my department manager, my manager above, because they noticed that I wasn't like doing great. And they came to me and they basically it was so weird and it was so like cloak and dagger and clandestine because they came into the room that I was in because we all had our own little cubicles that we worked in. And she came in and she had this like folder in her hand and I was like, uh-oh.
Right.
I was like, oh shit. But no, she actually, this is perhaps the only nice thing a company's ever done for me, to be honest. She opened up the folder and she said, here's an advance. I've also put something in there, a little bit extra from my own wage packet for you. While also giving me like coupons that she found around her house for like groceries and things. Like it was like, and this was like a, you know, late 50s, early 60-year-old woman. It was the nicest anybody's ever been to me at work. And she said, also, you can go home. Like, just, you know, take as much time as you need. And I was like, oh, man.
That's dope. That's nice.
It's like, so nice. I can't even remember her bloody name. Because I think she actually left like a few weeks after that. Yeah, it was really cute. Because you can't, on paper with the business, you can't do that. Which is why she came in with like a folder and everything. After it was so funny because the place I was working was very like bitchy and everybody wanted to know everybody else's business. And after everybody was like, "Well, why did you know at break? Why did the manager come to you? What's going on?" And I was like, "I can't talk about it."
Yeah, that's the appropriate response to that too.
Because not only is it none of their business, but it also gets them talking again. It's like, oh, well, it must have been so. Oh my god, he can't. He says, "No, he can't talk about it." Oh my goodness. Be the drama.
Yeah, be the drama you want to see in the world.
Yeah. But overall, what a shit job that was. It was bad. That was a bad job.
No doubt.
That job, basically, the company, they noticed that they could make a saving if they went to Poland. So that's exactly what they did.
Oh,
After
funny.
7 years working there, they made us all redundant, and they moved to Poland. It was wild. Being sacked, don't worry about it. Exactly. Like I think that's what everybody thought. Is I was being let go.
Don't go tell anybody, but I think I'm being sacked tomorrow. And you show back up and everyone's like throwing you a goodbye party. Bro, I told you not to tell anybody.
Oh my god. I just wink at them.
I'd be like, you know, I'm trying to think of a good British name. Ezekiel said that you were going to get fired.
You did not just say Ezekiel.
It's not a British name.
I need to think of a British name. Literally has someone called James on his stream. Can't think of a British name. I'm gonna go with Ezekiel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. That's funny. Love you.
Love you too. James is being mean to me today, you guys. I haven't done anything.
Ezekiel, that's the first thing that comes up to you. Ezekiel.
I've just been sitting here painting minis. Going through them all.
You're gonna kill me. I can't fucking breathe.
All I'm doing is just standing here. James sitting here lashing out, being violent and aggressive. It's just a bad.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I ever was like that?
Just a mean and lashing out.
If I was just like aggressive and like just a mean person.
You'd probably be much further in life than you are now.
I probably would be.
That's the sad reality of like how I feel about like working.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that one.
Imagine Zoe feels some of that too. I'm also easily guilted.
With me, I think that's like, I think that is where I differ from like yourself and Zoe, because I am not. If somebody, while I've been working, I've had many people come to me and say, "Can you do this thing?" Every time I say, "Is it within my contract?" No, then I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck you. Go pound sand.
I mean, I will be nice about it. I'll say, "Sorry, that's not within my contract," and also like I have things to do today. I've got things planned. I might not have anything planned, but that's nothing to do with them.
Like they don't need to know that shit.
Protect your time, because your time is so precious.
It's the only resource you never get any more of.
Yep.
Unless you're a lich. In which case you just gotta protect your phylactery really well.
Yeah, you go like, yeah. They never do, either.
It's always just like hanging the fuck out somewhere.
I reckon I'd be a really good lich.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say you'd be a really good lich?
I can't tell you why.
Would you just hide your phylactery somewhere really well?
I can't tell you.
So, follow-up question. This is terrible because I never thought about it this way, but is a Horcrux just a lich's phylactery?
Yeah?
Yeah, right?
I mean, I guess.
Right? But you never thought of it that way, did you?
Yeah, plan to do nothing. Still a plan. Exactly. Yeah.
Fucking Zoe dropping bars right now.
I'm so defensive of my time. When people say shit like that, I am literally like, I don't need to tell you. Like, I don't need to tell you. In interviews. Like, I know you shouldn't say this, but in interviews, when people say to me, "So why do you want to work here?" It's like, well, I really need money.
I like being employed.
Right. Like,
I like
money,
not starving to death.
Yeah, money is like, I mean, I will work for my assigned hours, and I will, do what I can within those assigned hours, and we'll keep to production rates, right? But I will not go further than that. And I always did. I was a hard worker, but only for the assigned hours that I was given.
Don't you know, James, that work is a family?
Nah, no. Used to have like outings. Used to have like days out where I used to, at that particular job anyway, like to what's the word? Grow like the link you have with everybody else.
Team building.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the word. Team building. I just used to sit on my own and just used to.
Funny, there's a fun team building exercise that they did at the office recently, and I'll always remember it because one of the questions on the team building exercise was like if you could invite anybody like from the office over for dinner, who would it be? And then one of the people from the ocean department was like, I would just have a dinner alone.
Yes.
I would just I would just be alone. I wouldn't invite anybody over.
Just leave me alone. I am here for my assigned hours. Please leave. Big fan of not dying, by the way. Yeah.
Big fan of not dying. I am also a big fan of not dying.
Yeah.
I would say I subscribe to that notion as much as, the prospect of of not starving, like not being hungry.
Yeah, those two things are like, strangely they're pretty, married to each other, really.
Yeah, really. Like when you think about it, like really?
Like really.
Really, when you think about it.
Like really, really.
Really, really, really.
Got some Massive Attack on in the background right now.
That's fine. I've never heard of it before.
Wait, you've not heard of Massive Attack?
No.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
I don't listen to a lot of music, James.
You not heard of Mezzanine, the album?
No, I just said that. What's Massive Attack?
It's very hard to pinhole, but it's like you will recognize some of their tracks. They're from the late 90s,
Oh,
early
yeah,
noughties.
yeah. I thought it was
They
like
did
a League of Legends
they,
thing.
Oh no, they did the song Teardrop, they did Inertia Creeps, Angel, but I'm gonna link you. Hang on.
Please do.
It's good chill music.
You're good chill music.
I'm doing my best. I got a brush in my mouth right now.
Yep, I hear that.
It's an annoying way to die, and it's I hear it's also one of the most painful ways. So I'd rather not happen.
Starvation.
Not drinking, thirst.
Yeah, thirst is the worst. At least you don't have the Nestle CEO trying to argue in your country that water is not a basic human right.
Fuck yeah. Though our water quality here is pretty trash. I don't know if you've noticed, Zoe. That's why I want a Brit filter.
Get a Brita filter then.
They're like 25, 30 quid. I will get one. But yeah, I do really want one because it's just like I think I'm getting deja vu. I think I've discussed this before, but where I used to live, it was like in this little village, and the water there was
water
like
quality, yeah.
so good.
And you come to where you're at now, and it's just trash. It's absolute dross. I think the phrase you said was.
It tastes. It tastes like. It tastes like if somebody put like a dash of salt in every glass, right? And then like they put some kind of bitter agent in there. Like, and so after you've had a glass of water, like from our taps, like you have this fluffy taste in your mouth. Like it's not a nice fluffy taste. It's gross.
Bad fluffy taste. Fascinating.
There's a guy on my street trying to throw something through his friend's window and failing miserably.
That's hilarious.
Were you here, Zoe, when we were trying to chuck that bed out of Heather's window? We had to take the entire window out.
That sounds wild. That sounds like a wild time.
We were trying to not break the bed, but Heather, who's my neighbor, was like, no, it's fine. You can break it if you want. So we were just like, whoa!
Yeet.
We yeeted that fucker out.
And did it hit the ground and break into a million pieces?
Oh yeah, it like good crunch on that one.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be the case, especially on like IKEA furniture.
Yeah, it was a solid like wooden frame. Like it was a good crunch. What is going on with the lower axe? Like when it comes between her hand and the axe, like it's,
bro.
What is going on?
I have no fucking idea. I just want it to be done. I'm so done painting Bardsung minis, you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can do other stuff.
No, it's totally fine. We have to finish them. I
don't have any other material actually at the moment.
I will not be responsible for you not making your goal of having your Bardsung completely painted. I just don't. I just like to paint larger things usually myself.
How did I miss that? God, I think it was when Luke was here. Yeah, it was it was a crazy day.
Was a crazy day.
It was yeah. Okay, what can I? There's not much that's metal on these folks other than their pickaxes, is there?
On the boys, no. The ladies have a bunch of metal.
Mm. Wait, they can hear me, Zoe? Uh-oh. Liz Truss sucks.
It's so funny.
There was there was this TikTok. Actually, you might have heard it earlier on, Zoe, while I was on the phone to you. TikTok of oh wait, no, it wasn't a TikTok, it was a tweet. A video of something being voted in. It was something to do with like the pound crash or whatever. And I think the paraphrasing with the question here, but the woman turns to Liz Truss and says, so when was this voted on? And Liz Truss is just silent for a full 7-8 seconds. Then she says, what? Yep. And that's our country in a nutshell. We vote for things? What? No.
No, we just get to decide what happens.
Mm.
That's how it works now.
Yeah.
We're Tories.
Yeah. The voting, that's just like a,
That's a formality.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay over there?
I'm just stretching. I'm getting pretty close to running out of gas.
Okay.
But we're almost done, so I can keep going. Next up, we have our loincloth and our wristy things here painted. I'm going to go through and say boots are next. We have the game color leather brown.
Leather brown.
Really? Do you want me to?
Leather. I just like the way you said it.
Leather?
No, you did not say it like that.
Leather brown.
Leather brown.
Leather brown.
Leather.
I could say it like you do and say leather brown.
Leather.
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 We don't know the difference between leather and leather.
Leather or leather?
Leather? Oh, leather.
Pull the lever. The leather lever?
Or the leather. I
Leather.
don't pull my leather?
Pull. You don't know. You don't know whether the leather lever is being pulled.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not the weather is good for the leather being lever pulled.
Oh, jeez.
We're going down a rabbit hole here, everybody. This color's so dumb. It just looks like my dog.
What?
My dog sometimes poops and it looks like this color.
It's doggy poop.
It's dog poop color. There's the color in question, by the way. That one right there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It
does look like doggy poop.
It does look like.
That tell you what that looks like, Berg. That looks like COVID poops right there.
It looks like COVID poops.
And I am an expert in that.
You paint the inside of the bowl.
Dem's COVID poops.
And then wash it away. You paint the bowl and wash it away. Wash away your shame.
Yeah. You're not now, but it was hilarious. Okay. I should have said some other wild things.
It's funny.
Like, what do you call a bread roll?
A hot dog sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That's what I call a bread roll.
Bread roll? Bread roll?
A bread roll.
Excuse me. The new Sistel contrast paint, dog poop leather. Now, do you mean leather or leather?
Well, he literally said leather.
What do you?
Leather. Leather.
Leather?
The leather.
How did I go that high? Holy shit!
Yeah, it's practice. So I was really honored the other day when we were all like doing we were recording a podcast or something. And so I was commented. Oh no, we were just vibing in the chat. It's like I'm concerned about how good Burger's accent is getting. He's hanging out too much with us too much.
Yeah, you're getting good.
Yeah, I'll try. I think I think I can still do this one much better. I just got more practice with it.
Fried potatoes and mustard.
Fried potatoes, mustard, French fried potatoes. Yeah, I could say any kind of nut that there was. It'd be like Brazil nut, peanut, walnut, pistachio nut.
You saying a lot of nuts?
I know. I just said I know all the nuts there ever was.
Yeah, there's so many
You
nuts.
know,
I never
you know what
realized
they, you
there's
know
so
what
many
they, you know
nuts.
what they, you know what they call a Brazil nut when you're in Brazil.
I don't know what they call it.
Nut.
They just call it a nut?
Yeah, it's just a nut.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not called the Brazil nut because you're in Brazil. They know what it is. They know where it's from.
That's wild, man.
It's just a nut. I watched, by the way, talking about like watching politicians do stuff. I watched an interview with Liz Truss earlier where she said she refused 8 times to decide what to state how the Tories plan to pay for the tax cut that they're doing. And it's like they're cutting these taxes for like 600,000 like super wealthy people. Just as some insight for folks who may not bread cake. Might not know. It's only amounts to like £10,000 to people who like don't need £10,000.
It's no big deal, you know.
I mean, trickle down economics has worked really well for the Americas.
Yeah. I mean, it's going so well.
If you give the rich people more money, they will spend that money on poor people.
Do you know what's so funny is that it's the fact that like the biggest defense that I've seen from Tories on these like morning shows and shit is like, well, how else are we meant to bolster our economy if we don't give money to the rich? And it's like, they seriously think that's going to make us vote for them. We don't give a shit about you.
Well, I mean, voter apathy has been a real problem in the UK. I'm hoping that this is the thing that finally kicks your generation into high gear and starts like, because y'all outnumber the boomers at this point. Like, you gotta think about it. This is the first post-COVID election.
Yeah, we really got to get them. I mean, Labour is running away right now.
Of course they are.
Like with numbers, but we'll just see where it goes.
Running away in terms of like doing well?
Yeah. Yeah.
When is the general election?
I don't know. Actually. I basically what I do is I wait until a voting stip comes through my letterbox. But like, oh, there it is. Okay.
Time to go vote. Participate in civic democracy.
Time to go. Time to get the Tories out. Oh, they won again. Oh, what a surprise.
It's almost like they rigged it from the start. I mean, I imagine that's much harder to do there.
I honestly don't understand how Boris won 2 general elections. I don't know how that happened with who he is and what he did.
Are there any like weird laws in place preventing young people from voting?
Yeah, we do have those. I think they have to jump through some hoops.
So that's probably a big part of it. If
The
he's
thing is, even our Labour, Keir Starmer, the Labour opposition right now is not great.
sure, but still,
Still better than a
it's like
Tory, though.
like Joe Biden's not the ideal candidate for president, but he's the one who can get elected.
Catch you later, Sherry. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Sherry. Love you. Sherry's so cool.
Sherry's the best.
I can't wait for her commissions to open.
They never will.
I know they never will. I've been waiting. Get her to do art of my Warrior of Light.
Your wall?
My wall.
Your warrior?
My Warrior of Light, my Final Fantasy 14 character.
Ooh woo.
Yeah, exactly. She's very pretty. There should be more art of her. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. This paint is so
Did you
thin.
know
I don't like it.
that love is a verb?
It's also an action.
And it's a doing word?
Is it a doing word?
It's a doing.
I
It's a
mean,
doing word. Oh, have you watched Rings of Power yet?
I watched the first episode of it.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
You can talk about it though, James.
Oh, it's so good. Episode 6. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
it was
far ahead.
weak. The first 45 minutes was weak.
Sure.
In my opinion. I mean, the internet's loving it, but in terms of a writing standpoint, it wasn't great. But the ending, the last 15 minutes, so good.
Have they actually forged the Ring of Power yet?
No, I do believe that I think basically there's so much lore being like founded in this series that I don't think we're going to get a lot of that in the first season.
No! That's the whole fucking title of the show!
Well, they are on the way to. So I think it's like episode 3 or 4. Celebrimbor is doing something. He's building the largest forge to create. They haven't said it yet, but
something big,
or maybe something small with big. Yeah, meaning a ring or many rings.
Oh, Celebrimbor. I actually know that from a video game that I played.
Yeah, Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah. Well, technically it was Shadows of War, but you know.
Okay.
Just mincing words to be difficult right now.
He's a sassy boy in.
He is
Shadows.
a sassy boy.
In Rings of Power, he is not.
Is he a very serious boy?
No, he's more like a fatherly figure, really.
To whom? To Elrond?
To the community of elves.
Ah.
You see him speak to Elrond a lot, and he is very paternal. He talks about Feanor, who is considered the greatest of elven smiths, and Celebrimbor basically wants to, because Feanor was his father, I think, and he wants to basically surpass like his father.
He wants people to be like, who the fuck is this asshole? I am Celebrimbor.
Exactly. I mean, people don't remember Feanor; they always remember Celebrimbor.
Yeah,
because he's the one that created the rings.
At the behest of Sauron.
Right.
Or not knowing it was Sauron?
Yeah, you got it right. Basically, we don't know who yet, and I think we'll probably get to know once we get a full episode on the elves. But, someone is whispering in Celebrimbor's ears, and many of the other elves as well. about what these rings could mean.
Including what's her face? Oh, they have. So they found rings.
No.
Oh.
He's going to create them.
Oh, but, and he's already on the path to creating them. He's like.
That's why he needs those forges.
Oh, okay, cool.
Galadriel in the story
hasn't found the guy yet.
No, but Galadriel is also the one that didn't trust whoever, I can't remember his name, Sauron, the face that he took, because he took a face that all the elves trusted, but Galadriel didn't trust him.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Whoever he is, Galadriel doesn't trust that guy at all. But Galadriel, I mean, spoilers, but Galadriel in 6 episodes hasn't gone back to the Elven lands, so we don't know.
Yeah, because she jumps out of the boat on the in the end of the first episode.
Exactly.
I maintain that there's actually nothing there.
Oh, there's definitely something there. There's Valinor.
Valinor's gone. You never see it. Doesn't exist.
I mean, we do see it.
But like you see it in the past. Yeah, not current Valinor.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
They never show it in modern times. It's not real. Listen, what happens to Bilbo after he sails off into the sunset? Nobody fucking knows. They apparently go to Valinor, but for all we know, the boats just fucking get eaten.
They get eaten by light.
There's a Scylla or Charybdis level monster, and that just noms them right up. Just like that's just no knows.
Their favorite meal is elf.
Yeah, you don't know that. Specifically, it's elves who think that they're gonna have a good time. Like
it feeds on their vibes,
on their hope of like. I mean, notice they don't like it. Doesn't like clothing, so they make the elves get naked first.
Yeah.
Don't like weapons, so they can fight back. So that's why they're all disarmed. Listen, like it all adds up when you really think about it.
Yeah. No, I'm on board.
I'm gonna post about that on Twitter.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not going to. I like myself too much.
No, you should get those 3 likes.
Thank you, James. It'll probably only be 2. Including you.
Honestly, like every time I just put something up about Rings of Power, it's always like really, really underwhelming. And I feel like I put it up and going, oh my God. And then when it goes up, I'm like, oh, this hasn't really, the reach has not really gone anywhere.
It hasn't.
And then I'll put something up about, how shit I feel over COVID. And then it will get like 20 likes or something. I'm like, man, I feel like shit though. You shouldn't be liking that.
I feel terrible because of COVID. And they're like, yeah, it's like this. I really like this TV show, you guys. Fuck you.
Yup.
I don't want to hear about your TV show.
Stupid TV show. We don't want to hear about that. House of the Dragon's also doing well right now.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one either.
It's fun. It's going at breakneck speed.
It's like you'd anticipate a Game of Thrones program to do.
Yeah, I mean, depends because like the first 5 seasons weren't. They were very slow. They're very deliberately slow because we were seeing all the drama unfolding, but they kind of have to with House of the Dragon because it's
like they're progressing through like hundreds of years of timeline, right?
Yeah, I think it's 160 something years they're going through. Actually, someone saw a video recently. Actually, someone said was like, bringing up everybody's criticisms of the pacing, and I'm having a blast with it, so I have no problems with it. But and they were like, well, let me just put that into perspective for you. And basically, they made like this spreadsheet of the where we currently are in terms of the house, in terms of Fire and Blood, which is what it's based on. The book is based on, and we've gone through. Well, this Sunday tonight, that would be the 6th episode. Right, this entire first season is only covering 1 chapter of like 10, which is why they're going so fast.
Weird. 10 seasons, huh?
I think they're aiming for like 4 or 5 seasons. But I like it so far. It's nice. It's good.
Yeah, a lot of my coworkers are super into it.
And it does feel different. I don't agree what folks say when it's like, oh, it feels like in Westeros. It does feel different because it's a different time period.
Right. Do they talk about Valyria? Is this like pre-Doom of Valyria?
No, this is post. This is like 100 and something years after Aegon the Conqueror landed on Westeros.
Okay, so the dragons are still around.
Dragons are still around. Balerion is not around. Who was the biggest dragon?
He was killed.
He died at old age. Balerion.
I thought dragons were immortal.
No, they do. They can die of old age. Balerion was the biggest dragon there ever was, and he died. He was Viserys's dragon, who is the current king in House of the Dragon. The current largest dragon that we know of is Vhagar, who is one of the sister wives dragons that Aegon had. So it's like 160 years old.
She's like mad old.
She's like pretty gross looking. I love that in the show, all the dragons have like a unique twist to them.
Yeah.
Like, that was my big problem with Game of Thrones when it came to the dragons. All the dragons look the fucking same.
Just different colors.
Kind of, yeah. Like, they all had... Like, Drogon was slightly, like, red and, like...
Well, like, they were the color of their eggs, right? There's, like, a red one, a green one, and a black one.
Right. Yeah. But they still, like, they just all look the same. But in House of the Dragon... Every single dragon I've seen so far has been different, and it's been dope. It's kind of interesting, actually, how they did that. Every dragon, they use the bird or dinosaur principle.
Sure.
So, are we going to make this dragon look like a dinosaur, or are we going to make this dragon look like a bird? And no, wait, birds of prey. I think it was.
Like raptors and stuff?
Yeah. And so you can see in every single, that's why they're all different, because I mean there's so many different dinosaurs, there's so many different birds.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, this one's going to be a dinosaur. Okay, which dinosaur are we going to go with? You know, and then they go off. I think my favorite so far is Caraxes, which is Matt Smith's dragon. It squeaks. It's a squeaker burger.
Have they built the building that kills all the dragons yet?
No.
They call it the Rookery? No.
I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, so in the books, for the modern books, there's speculation among the Mace. They say that they built a building to house the dragons in King's Landing. And they say that when they started putting the dragons in there is when they started getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, the dragon pit. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why the dragons kept shrinking. Was because they weren't able to like be outside.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's also why Vhagar is just like carried on growing, because Vhagar
is just outside.
Could not be housed in the dragon pit because she was too big.
Yeah, he's got to let them go eat the livestock.
Yeah, so then be free, like a fish.
Like a fish.
Be a fish.
Be a fish, like a fish. I don't want to be a fish, James.
No?
No, I just
I'm going to be honest, I also don't want to be a fish.
I mean, like, could you imagine just, like, minding your own business, I don't know, where you see a delicious snack just, like, hanging out, and the next thing you know, you're dead?
Well, you're struggling for your life when you...
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be pretty, and then, like, they just rip something out of your mouth, and you're like, oh my god! I was just trying to eat!
Just one of the little nom-noms, and then they're like, oh, well, you're not good enough. And you have this existential crisis on your way back to the water with this fucking hole in your face now. This brush is such a mess. Help, I'm a fish. Oh no, not again.
Oh man, it reminds me of that TikTok of the two dudes who are just like chewing, one on the left and one on the right, and they're just chewing on like coat hangers. They're like,
Why?
yeah, this is great. They're just pretending to be fish,
Oh.
right? And then like one coat hanger is just dragged, and the other one is thrown away. The other fish kind of looks at them like, huh? And it just carries on chewing on the coat hanger.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that as an animated GIF.
Wait, Zoe. What's that song? I'm a big yellow fish in a deep blue sea. Somebody help me.
I have
Right?
I have another fishing song called "Fishing for Fishies."
I know this song.
Fishing for Fishies?
Yeah, I think you've linked it to me.
I have linked it to you. It's one of my favorite songs.
Good song.
You're a good song.
I don't feel like one.
I know, buddy. Doesn't change the fact that you are, though. We're going to call it the stream after these boots are done, which are almost done. We will get probably these done next week.
Yay. So that demonette hide and then putting them over with the night haunt gloom.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's making them look a little blue.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, would you die if they were green? So if they were green, would you die?
No.
Never mind.
I'm not sorry. I'm not.
It's a song from my childhood. I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't pick up on that one. That's my bad.
It's okay. It's a bad joke. Bad reference anyway. Just a failure at comedy.
Shut your face.
No timing at all. Just terrible at jokes in general.
Shut your face.
I will shut nothing.
Shut it.
No.
Okay.
I talked to May about it. She said you can't boss me around that way anymore.
And she did not say that.
She did. You can ask her.
Okay.
And she will be on my side.
She would definitely be, yeah.
Yeah.
She always is.
Every time. She would tell James to shut his mouth and let me self-deprecate all I want. So here we go. We have some pretty rough sketches done. Some rough blocking out. We're not quite there yet. Like I said before, when we're just doing our blocking out like this, it's more important to break up the colors, break up the lines. At this point, we see that he has boots and a pickaxe that's metal and gloves, or at least wristbands. So when we look at it from far away, so if I were to do this, you'd see that it's those things out of focus. You still see it. Yeah, and here we have the other ones as well. It actually is even more apparent in these ones since they have the armor plate in the middle. Was in a boss battle, so he's probably playing Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah, that Zoe and Tom are having a Genshin date.
That's super cute.
Yeah.
So here's what we have today. This is what we've done. Welcome back to HK on our new YouTube home. I want to thank Zoe, Netro, Sherry Bryant, and Cruise Ship Joji for joining us in chat today. Of course, big thank you to James, who is here every week along with me. Without the support of James and others like the ones in the chat right now, I would not be doing this. If you like what we're doing, please head over to the First Aid Spray Pod websites or Patreon page at Face Spray Pod. Stay tuned to new content for that. We have a couple of episodes coming up. Anything you'd like to add, James?
We just had a new tier death experience come out of the top stars deaths in Resident Evil, which is it's Sherwin, Steve, and myself. Sherwin and Steve are like pretty great people to hit backwards and forwards with. So yeah, go give that a look. And we have lots of things coming in the future. We have something coming. I don't want to say too much. We have something coming that's pretty exciting when it comes to Resident Evil Village, but I don't want to say any more right now. Damn.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Be well, everybody. I've been Burger. You've been great. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Love you.
Love you.